Welcome, everyone. Here we are at a little Aquarian perspective for the week. And how I asked the question this morning as I was getting set up for this is I really asked it around, we are at the midway of fall. Some people call this Samhain. There's the Day of the Dead that's coming. For our Latino brothers and sisters. So I wanted to first pick a card that kind of represented that energy that's happening right now universally. And then I wanted to kind of go for the fall, for the rest of the fall, from here until the rest of the fall season. This is the card will represent that energy. And then the second card is the card of the week. And the third card is a guidance card. So it's very interesting what happened in my deck today. So I was like, wow, okay, there's a lot of soul energy. I really feel it reflects all of the deeper work that went on since the equinox, all of the deep clearing and healing that's been going on really for the past 6 months. And it just feels like this culmination of it. And even I got up this morning, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to do A, B, and C, like some bigger life movement. And I just feel like this energy of movement forward. And so we really want to harness where each of you are feeling when the cards come in. So let's take a few breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And let's kind of settle in to this beautiful gift of tarot and what she has to offer us from this beautiful Aquarian perspective. All right. So the overall card for the next 6 weeks is the Chariot, which I just loved. As soon as I chose it, I'm like, oh my God, that's what I've been feeling this morning. So it's all about putting those next steps into motion. So have you been thinking about things like, this card can have many different layers. It can be like, have you been thinking and feeling about things? Yes, go for it. For some of us who've been kind of maybe asking some bigger life questions, and your body and your soul has been starting to respond, and you're feeling energy to move, yes, put the next steps into motion. The next steps could be talking about it. The next steps could be writing about it. Next steps can have some more concrete physical actions to it. But the Chariot is giving us the green light, like go, right? All things are in balance and you're ready to go. It also kind of reflects where we are, right? We've kind of cleared everything we've tended to the soil of our garden. We've done a lot of reflecting and releasing. We've moved some gateways around completion. And we've been getting those last little bits of food and flowers from the garden. Like beginning of the week, I just picked my last bouquet. I thought I had picked it a couple of weeks ago, but I went out there and I'm like, oh. So I picked a few more and I went around and did my gratitude to each of my little garden beds. And so some things have been starting to be put to sleep. And we're going into winter here in the Northern Hemisphere, so this is just a beautiful time to also gather so you're ready to go, right? So you might feel that. So this next 6 weeks or the beginning of the 6 weeks is, this is really going to inspire you to kind of gather the energy so you're ready to go. And it's really about settling in and trusting this trajectory that's in your personal life. Where's your personal life taking you next? There's an opening. Something has opened. You have been feeling it. That call, that inner call And the answer to that is the green light. Okay. So when we have this energy, it's interesting what comes up next for a week. If for this week specifically, we have the Nine of Wands. So as soon as I picked this card, I just heard divine order. Everything is in divine order. Everything is coming into divine order, right? We can see this. It kind of feels magician-like to me, even though it doesn't represent the magician in the card in the deck. But to me, he does. So I'm gonna move there. But he's in balance between the light of the day and the stars of the night, of the outward expression and the inward expression. And everything is moving from the inward out, right? So the soul is in divine order, or things are coming into divine order. So it's a very soul level, deepening energy to really pay attention to the inward dialogue that's happening. I created a dream journal this last couple of days where I decided for the next month I would do a dream journal. So those are those little tiny things, these little ideas that could come up to like, ooh, that would really feel good to me to listen to, because they're all about helping things come into divine order. All right, so what is the overall energy that is, what's the guiding light in all of this, which I just love, is the Ten of Wands, right? So all of this divine things coming into order, moving forward, is also a representative of something has completed, right? And to kind of take a moment and stabilize in that completion. It can be a result from the equinoxes, that it really kind of comes into alignment for you. You understand you are taking more soulful actions towards completion. I've been journaling a lot. I have recognized there's some deeper karmic patterns that have completed and are continuing to complete. But they're talking to me from a very soul-filled level. And so there's something that is completing for you that's really helping all of this energy, right? It sings to, or is in sync to, coming into divine order. It's in sync to this greater movement that's happening. So this is a great time to journal on the gift of completion and taking a moment and finding something in your life, something tangible that's completed, and writing about it. That sometimes can help some of the floodgates around loss, right? It also can uncover any shame or guilt you have that's moving through the system, that's surrounding that completion. Keeping everything nice and clear in your own energy level. This is a deep, soulful moment this week, to have a beautiful connection to your soul and what it speaks to it. What's the heart, and what's the heart of the matter, right? What is the heart of the movement? So really, really speaking about this. And completion always brings us balance, right? In completion, there is beginning, but not to rush through completion. There's so much gold and yumminess to really be in the completing energy, which I just thought was just perfect, right? Because here we are at Samhain, or halfway through the fall energy, which helps us move through completion. All right, everyone. I will see you next week. Have a beautiful weekend, and enjoy these feelings that are coming up. Enjoy what you get that you're moving towards. Allow happiness to be such a beautiful guide forward. Really feeling that, interlaced in your choices, in your moments with yourself. It's a real beautiful moment to be inward and really listening to your own soul. All right. See you next week.